What's up, guys? So here we are on these reluctor rigs on this BMW. I don't know if you guys can see that, but what I've done is taken some of the marking compound, and what I've done is I've marked the tip of the sensor, put it back in, make sure it's clean and sitting all the way, because the rust gets behind these, right behind the ring, and it basically balloons it up and it touches the sensor. And if you space it out, what ends up happening is it ends up giving you an air gap code, and if not, and it's too close, it ends up eating up the sensor. Then you change the sensor within the first hour of driving the car. So this is what we're doing here, and what I'm using to actually clean that is basically your speed shop. So basically a regular kind of die grinder, long tool with a porting sandpaper. What as I'm doing, I'm taking off a little bit at a time in increments to try and get it to come back even with what the rest of it is. I did order the rings. They're only a couple of bucks, but they take 10 days to get here. So I want to deliver this car. I don't want this guy to have to wait. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to fix it, you know, an old school kind of way. And then if it still does the code, it still has an issue, we'll get a new sensor and we'll get the axle out, which has already been sprayed, you know, ready to go to pull out and fix up. So that's what I'm doing. I know the forum you guys have been watching, you know, and we've all had the same issue. So what I'm doing here is trying to find a little solution that'll work, you know, for this, that you guys can do too, so you don't have to pull the axle out. So you see right here, I'm basically putting that in through there. I'm getting it kind of even. I'll turn it over a little bit more and I'll be flush with it. And I'll just take a little bit off. I'm gonna take that paint off to get it to the point where it's supposed to be. That's basically what you want to do. You want to get in there, if you can see this. Make sure you're flush. And take that little bit off. As evenly as possible. There you can see I took some more off, but it's still touching a little bit. So I got to keep going till I can, you know, get it to where it's not going to touch anymore. And we'll see if it works. First time doing it. After cleaning it and doing everything and the whole deal, we're not getting air gap anymore. What we are getting is this inconsistency here on the wheel speed sensor. So it's the right rear. All the X3s, X5s have that issue. So it's got that ring that's been opened up, and it's been basically the rust has got underneath the reluctor ring. And because it's done that, it's made it bigger. So what we done is shave it so we can get the clearance correct. We corrected the air gap, but look at this here. Even though the fact that it's ovaled and it's off, the signal is not consistent. So you see how it goes up and down, up and down? The sensor is perfectly fine, it's brand new, but because that reluctor ring is basically out of round, it's giving that little issue right here. So because it's giving that issue, this is the reason why, if you see here, it's at, you know, everything else is at 10, 10, 10, that's at 8. See if I can move the cursor so you can see it. It's a snap-on scanner, so it's not the easiest to move stuff. Well, here, right here, see we're at 43, we're all even, one is 44. But you see here, that inconsistency is what I want to see. It's as I accelerated, see? Go like this, so you can kind of see it. I want to get right on that. So here we have, as it's moving, let's see, come on. I want to get it right where it is. So right here, it's dropped off. Come on, you fucking piece of shit. Just these little differences here are what are causing the problem. So here you see I'm off here. See that? Here it's 19, here it's 2. See how that curves up here like this? And then right here where it's sitting, it gives me 2. That's why it's giving the code. So it's based on this. It drops out. It drops out, and that's what causes the problem. See? Again, here at 43, it'll probably drop off if we move it lightly. Will it work? Yeah, we're kind of off. See? Here, everything is 45, and this one's 25. You see right here? So that's the reason why it's doing what the fuck it's doing. It's so annoying. Excuse me for swearing, but shit. It's really annoying. And that's the issue that this X3 has. I bought the car at auction, so it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, it's not like you know, we're gonna lose much if we have to change an axle. But I ordered the reluctor rings, and they take forever to get. So because they take so long to get, I don't want the customer waiting, so I try to fix it by shaving. And I mean, don't bother. I mean, the best thing to do is to pull the axle off and change that reluctor ring. Guys are saying space it with a washer and shims. I tried that. I took the time. It was 30 minutes, 45 minutes, trying it, putting it on the lift, getting it off the lift. I mean, you probably don't have a lift. It's even worse for you to do it. So it's not even, don't bother. You might as well pull the axle and do it right and get the reluctor ring. So I've got them coming in. And because they're in Canada, I had a hard time finding them. I actually have a Chinese distributor, so they're all made in China either way. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to order like 50 of them or 100 of them. So if you guys want these reluctor rings, at least we'll have them in Canada, so you don't have to wait 10 days to get them. I'll have them pre-packaged with ABS sensors as well, and they're not going to be $80. So they're going to be a price for, so you Canadians with X3s or X5s, if you need these reluctor rings, I'll have them pre-packaged. Just give me a shout or just send me an email, and what I'll do is I'll or maybe I'll put them on Amazon like everybody else does and do that as an Amazon seller, and you can buy them off there. You'll know it's coming from me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I did it in increments. So either way, like I said, all these little try and tricks and tribulations, you're still going to get this shit here. So there's too much rust, too much crap. And even though this actually gives it, you won't see it. Like when you're driving it on a regular scanner, you're going to see like even numbers. And these little dropouts, you probably won't see them. And you may still be scratching your head. What's wrong with it? Is it the ABS module with the DSC? Or is it this? Or is it that? It's not, dude. It's just the right reluctor. And you think you're on it, but you're not. You'll never get it smooth. So this is why it's in the code. That's the only reason it's got these codes. Everything else on this car is mint. Like, it's a really nice car for 160,000 kilometers. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful car. Engine's perfect. Water pump is perfect on it. I've done water pumps on these too. That's another common thing. I haven't made a video because there's like 6 of them online. But and I don't do many videos. So this is a video mostly for you guys because this annoyed the crap out of me. So because it annoyed the shit out of me, I made a video on it. So, and there's the X3 forum that I wanted to put this on, so that's the reason I'm here. Is this recording? Just want to show you guys what I'm using here as far as keeping these rings on, because we clean them up, and after you clean them up, why am I so zoomed? You clean them up, these will go on, but they'll be a little bit loose. So this is basically a structural adhesive. It's a multi-purpose one, but it's very, very good. And they make some of these where you can actually stick something in metal to a ceiling and it'll hold it. So yeah, so we put some on there. Basically, you open the thing here, 2 different, a black and a white come out. You mix them down on the thing and you just put them on here. I use the glove and just mixed it, and put it all around, put the ring back on it. It's holding it, let it dry. Once it's dry, it becomes hard and gives that little bit of thickness to keep it from coming off. Get new axle rings too. Gotta make sure you got some brand new axle rings to make things are good. We did the one, I just did a video of it. So yeah, we're gonna be offering these. I ordered a bunch of them. So if you guys want them in Canada or the States, you don't wanna wait for to have them from the UK, I'll have them for you. Even the axles I'm looking to get, because no one has these axles that's affordable. The cheapest I've seen is like 280, 290 US. So I'm gonna try and get them for like, you know, max 150 US. They'll be brand new with the rings and everything ready to go. So, because otherwise the only option you have is to rebuild them for X3s. Have someone rebuild them and the ring is still going to be shit. So but these cars are awesome and there's no reason to, like, you know, dump them and have ABS lights for nothing, right? I'll be offering the rings with the ABS lights and basically probably a tube of this stuff. They make it in a smaller size, or you'll have it and you can use it for other stuff. Perfect. And there you go. No more ABS lights. Reluctor rings are changed. It's got that wonderful light for a light out, which they all do. Beautiful. So it's fixed. Thank God.